Yo, it's your boy OG Spade, and today I'm going over three games. Three games that are very affordable right now. Two of them are on sale. One is always at this price point. If you're into action RPGs, this will be the perfect video for you. It's your boy OG Spade. Smash that likes and subscribe button. Let's get into it. Now, the first game I'm gonna get into is Sword Art Online Hollow Realization. Now, this game always runs $20 on PS5. I don't know how much it runs on other systems or platforms, but on PS5 and the PlayStation Store, it's always $19.99. Very affordable game for a 100+ hour game, right? Now, this game is set in 2026. Kirito, the main protagonist of Sword Art Online, and his friends join another MMO called Sword Art Online Origins. Now, this isn't like the other Sword Art Online where if you die in the game, you die in real life. The death game isn't prevalent, so there isn't really any real threat until they encounter an NPC named Pamir they kind of realize that it was built off of the old server or off of the old game or whatnot. The combat is really fun, flashy, and fluid. Love it. It has a dating sim, which is pretty cool, I guess. I mean, I'm not too much into those in games, but some people are, so I guess that's pretty cool. And it has a lot of weapon variety and skills and techniques you could learn. It'll keep you engaged. Sometimes it feels kind of like repetitive or boring, but then you realize you have to grind more just to get more, and it keeps you engaged. The two things I could say about this game that aren't the best, if you're not into visual novels or whatnot, it's a lot of dialogue that comes along with this game with the visual novel style storytelling. And a lot of the side missions are repetitive and fetch quest and things like that. But outside of that, this game is amazing. Now, the next game I'm going to get into is Valkyrie Elysium. This game actually right now is on sale on the PlayStation Network for $23.99. So you could get it for less than $25 right now. Pretty good deal for a game that's typically $60 and that had a lot of negative backlash. So you play as Maria, a Valkyrie that was created by a weakened kind of state Odin during Ragnarok. Pretty much the premise of this game, you have to travel to Midgar and complete missions to help Odin regain his strength and prevent the end of the world. That's pretty much what the premise is. The battle system is pretty okay. I mean, people gave it backlash because I figured they wanted something more like Valkyrie Profile or whatnot, but it's not really that bad. You can summon spirits to help you in battle, which are kind of like having NPCs. They have a lot of different special moves they call divine arts that are pretty dope. And you have a skill tree and weapon levels and upgrades as opposed to having a traditional level up system with the character. But the two things about this game I could say that are kind of negative is some of the side missions or the mission structure is super repetitive, but you could say that about a lot of games, right? And also, while the level design I think is okay and it looks great, a lot of the levels are empty, and I just find myself slashing boxes and finding treasure chests that aren't even really worth like going out of my way looking for. Alright, and the last game I'm gonna get into today, don't kill me, I'm not trying to butcher the way this is pronounced, but Mato Monogatari Fia and the Wondrous Academy. Now, this is pretty much like kinda like a action RPG hybrid. Fia pretty much is the main character, the protagonist. She's a silly, kind of cheerful mage that travels to the ancient magic academy to follow her grandmother's footsteps. After arriving late to a entrance exam, she's accepted into the school, but she's placed in a class with like misfits and a bunch of other people who've like done like kind of crazy things in the academy. So it's an eccentric cast of characters. This game right now is $20 on Switch. If you have a Switch 2, it's $20. Now, I bought this game on PS5 when it was on sale on PS5 for $20. But right now, Switch has a sale. I don't believe it's on sale right now for PS5. But what's pretty cool about this game is like the dungeon exploration is pretty cool if you're into that type of dungeon exploration. They have a class and a role system which involves different weapon types and you learn different skills and moves. They also have sim life elements back at the academy with gardening and crafting different equipment and tools and things like that. The only thing I could say about this game that isn't like the best is like the story's like very lighthearted and doesn't really like get interesting until the end. And the dungeon crawling and the battling sometimes gets repetitive. I can say that about a lot of games with certain things getting repetitive, especially like battle systems and things like that. But I don't know. I feel like once you hit a certain point, there's like really no reason to. There's nothing else to unlock. Like once you hit a certain ceiling, you're pretty much like mowing down enemies. You know what I mean? But those are the three games I have for you guys today. It's your boy OG Spade. And I'm chilling today, man. And yeah, hit that like, subscribe, hit the bell to get notified. I appreciate y'all tuning in. And yeah.